Hey everybody, Maria here, Fourth Dimension Tarot. I am reading for Gemini. Gemini, what's going on? What's going on with you? Feel change. Change is happening for a lot of Geminis that I'm familiar with, that I know personally. Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands. You might be looking at a new passionate beginning. The Seven of Wands is kind of like, am I willing to fight another day? And it's almost trying to be victorious. Like the Six of Wands leaning into the Seven of Wands is moving towards a 10, right? Your passion is building and you're excited about something. You're very invested and you want to fight for something. I don't know what it is. It's a passionate new beginning. I have the Two of Wands making a very life-changing decision with the Knight of Swords rushing into something to have an honest conversation. Or at least to rush in, jumping in. It may not be regarding an honest conversation. It's more like rushing into a brand new passionate beginning. And it's almost like you've been in this energy for a minute, especially with that Two of Wands making a decision and the Seven of Wands is worth the fight. You're like, it's almost like, should I stay, should I go? Should I entertain this, should I not? Temperance, Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, Justice. The Magician. Like every fiber of my being is standing straight up on its, like all the hairs on the back of my neck. So the Magician with the Justice and the Knight of Cups with the Three of Cups and the Temperance is something lack balance. Either you were in a situation recently, and I'm getting this as a relationship. This is somebody who doesn't want to let you go, Gemini. And I feel like you're evaluating, that's the best way to put it, if you want to fight for this. I feel like with the Magician, the Justice, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Temperance maybe this is, okay, what just came out is the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. With the Five of Cups on the bottom. So the energy is like missing out. In a nutshell, how about this? In a nutshell, many of you Geminis are dealing with kind of like a relationship that, especially with that Three of Cups, it's almost like somebody you know in a situation or a party or a group of folks, friendship group, somebody at work, somebody that you have fond feelings about, that you are energetically drawn to, you recognize this person as somebody you're very attracted to. The balance that is lacking is maybe, in my opinion, with that Knight of Cups there and the Justice card, is historically either you were the overgiver, you were the one that were showing up more so than this other person. Especially with this Emperor and this Ace of Cups, I feel like this Emperor is going to come in and find, balance. They're going to come in and give you a cup where maybe this was a situationship. And if it's not yet to that level where it hasn't been sexual, and it's been a really close friend, or a friend of a friend kind of vibe, friend of an ex, friend of a brother, friend of somebody, because the Three of Cups is more like lighthearted, get together, happy hour kind of vibe, right? And so it doesn't have to be a happy hour. It could be sitting around a table. It can be having coffee with somebody. The Three of Cups is somebody you know in an environment where there's camaraderie. There's a sense, it could, like I said, work or a team goal. It could be somebody, that you see at the gym. But Spirit's telling me when there's the Knight of Cups with the Three of Cups with the Temperance, but then I have the Justice and the Magician, as I also feel like Several of you have been, and this may not resonate with all the Geminis, but there's a group of Geminis I feel has been in a relationship in and out, back and forth, and the justice is coming in because this person is now manifesting you for a real relationship. Just let's set that story aside, because that's a pretty hefty vibe I get from this. Several of you haven't had a relationship, and this is justice from your past relationship with somebody else that you didn't get what you needed, and here comes this emperor who's offering you this brand new cup of love, and this is justice because universe is blessing you with this new opportunity. I know I read all the comments every single day, every day. I read all the comments and I hear like, I don't want that person back. I'm not manifesting anything from the past. I get it. However, there are several that have been in a marriage, a long-standing commitment, and they had a falling out, right? So it's not just because somebody broke up or took a space, a period of pause, to grow and to focus on themselves doesn't necessarily mean it was a toxic relationship. It just means it was underdeveloped and it was imbalanced. So I'm kind of getting that vibe. So forgive me, but there's like a lot of scattered like story, and they all don't fit into one. It's not a clear read. There's fragmented pieces to it, but it's not a bad thing. The top row kind of tells me overall, whoever I'm reading for, you, I believe, is if you have a new person coming in, you're going to want to fight for this relationship. I feel like you're guarded. This Ace of Wands with the Seven of Swords is very much a guarded vibe. You might be having to make a decision as this person comes in, and the Knight of Swords is like, I'm very determined. I know what I want. And I feel like this Emperor is going to be showing up. And again, don't listen to me about the skin suit. The Emperor is somebody saying, I know what I want, right? They're determined, it's strategic, it's, I got a plan. This is a man with a plan or a woman with a plan saying, I know exactly what I want. I'm gonna go get my Gemini and I need to talk to them. And being very sincere about their energy coming forward. And I feel like that Two of Wands is you're going to be forced with a life-changing decision. And I want you to hear me. So if you closed out, this is super important, because if you closed out a cycle, right? And now you're in a Two of Wands moment, kind of the vibe I'm getting here. And the cycle has been repetitive dysfunction, repetitive patterns of behavior, rushing in, saving the day, fixing other people's crap, like constant codependent, needy, toxic-ish stuff. I feel like the Two of Wands is a life-changing, pattern-breaking choice. So like this Two of Wands, and I always make this comment in the Rider-Waite deck, it's a woman sitting in front of a window and she has the two wands there and she's holding a globe, or there's a globe in the picture, meaning I have to make a decision if I'm going to Tokyo or if I'm going to Missouri, right? That's the vibe I get. So this is so whatever decision you make, the universe is going to erase the whiteboard of all the other options in the other choice. Kind of a significant choice. That's this energy. So you're going to be faced with, and again, you're all on different, energetic timelines, but several of you already made the decision. Several of you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's coming up. And several of you, you're in the middle of this. So the Two of Wands is, I need to make a choice. If I choose this path, this one goes away, and vice versa. So that means you can, like, the timeline itself changes. Where you're going changes. The people you meet are going to change, right? So, and I kind of sit, and that might feel like I sometimes used to get anxious about this, but I kind of sit in my canoe, eyes forward, and say, whatever's for me will not pass me by. So I have to understand it. I do have self-will, so I have to make a logical, informed decision using my best resources, which is, what do I know for factual? What do I know to be true? Words versus actions, as well as my intuition. So with the Magician and the Justice, I feel like you've been manifesting a better relationship, whether it be with this ex or this next person, it doesn't matter. This is what you've been praying for. This is what you've been crying out for, is justice, is I need justice. And this, again, justice isn't justice. And I love that people are like, I want justice. I'm like, well, that's not, it may occur, but the reality is if you are the overgiver, and those scales are supposed to be balanced, and then one person gives too much, right? And so now they're saying justice has occurred. It's the equilibrium of the scales. So the balance will come in. So this Emperor coming in to offer you this Ace of Cups, this brand new love, with the Ace of Wands, a passionate new love, with the Three of Cups from somebody you've met. It's going, you know, in a community, in a friendship group, etc. It's going to be balanced. It's going to have some give and take, I believe. It's going to be it's gonna meet your needs. Let's put it that way. So it's nice to see this. This is cool, and I feel like this is answered prayer. Gemini. Ten of Wands. You, in making that Two of Wands decision, you're making a choice to walk away from something, and the Ten of Wands is dropping it. With the Hangman, you've sat in a spirit of kind of like, not necessarily hermit of isolation, but it's like, and I made a comment in a reading yesterday, is like, have you ever watched a show and you're halfway through the show and you're like, I'm not even watching the show, I'm in my head somewhere else, I'm doing something else, you're having a conversation, or you're thinking about work or whatever, or you you went to work, you drove to work and you got there and you're like, I hope I didn't run any reds because I don't remember getting here. How did I get here? It's just out of habit, and you're on autopilot. That's the Hangman, is you're contemplating all the things and the stuff and the options and the conversations of all the benefits of either choice. You're sitting in a Hangman state, and this Ten of Wands is you're making a decision to drop one of them. Hold on. Sorry, I dropped the cards. I have the Queen of Wands, and it was in the reverse along with the Five of Cups. So this is telling me tremendously. So the Five of Cups, if you, if there was a third party, if this Three of Cups did resonate with you for a third party situation, Gemini, is that it's over. The Queen of Wands is in the reverse. She's needy, she's dependent, she's codependent, she's like, the Queen of Wands in the upright is super independent. She doesn't hold on to anything. She has a hard time committing. She is fierce. She goes after what she wants. And she is, I don't know, like, you can come along with me, but I'm not going to stay the hell out of my canoe. And I'll see you Saturday. That's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands isn't typically paired with anybody. She partners with the King of Wands, right? Because they're very like-minded. They like their independence. In the reverse is a 180, completely codependent, needy. I need you to tie my shoes and pay my bills and show up and carry my luggage, carry all my stuff. And that's what I think the Ten of Wands, that's what it was describing as the Ten of Wands, because those two cards fell. And then the Five of Cups is this Emperor got burned, in my opinion, by this Queen of Wands. It was an unhealthy situation from the jump. I think he thought this was an Empress, and only to find out it was a reverse Queen of Wands. And I believe also, Gemini, you're going to have to consider if this is a rerun, this is a repeat relationship, if this Emperor has learned their lesson, if they choose to come back, and if you want to take them back. I get the sense, Gemini, this may have been a situationship. I don't know if this was a commitment with you. This Emperor I get the sense, again, that this was more representation of a King of Wands when you met this person now as an Emperor. I have the Two of Swords. You're going to have to make a blind decision. This is like, again, you're in a pickle. Gemini, you're in a pickle. You have to make a decision whether or not you want to invest in this relationship. You've been praying for justice. You've been wanting balance. Well, regardless if you talk to this energy or not, I believe you're going to. I believe they're going to come knocking on your door asking for a rerun, a repeat. But the thing that gives me hope, one, is the universe is saying temperance, justice, and magician. So I have some major arcanas here, along with the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. So they're telling me you're going to have to make a decision to see if this Emperor is sincere or not, if there's been enough time change, etc., to have this person value you. I do have some, it's Wands and Cups. I don't see any Pentacles yet. Wands and Cups are pretty superficial, as we all know. It's love. There might be feeling there, but, there you go, King of Pentacles. thank you, universe. So universe is telling me, you know, sometimes when I talk, it just like kind of energetically shows up. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's really willing to offer everything, and they're very financially solid. This isn't, they don't want anything other than your time and energy and possibly a commitment from you with the King of Pentacles. They're a solid king. They don't need anything. They're pretty much financially supported on their own. And they, again, strategic in nature. And that's that Knight of Swords rushing in. Six of Swords want to take you from like rough waters to calm waters. They want to clarify this, and they see you as a match. Look at this. The Queen of Pentacles. Look at the fire on that card. So that tells me that's what they are looking for, that passion, that energy that you bring. And Gemini, you are very passionate. You have logic and passion. That's your sisters, right? Your twins. And that King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, they see you as their match, their energetic match, their universal match, their partner. And the Pentacles is saying it's a commitment. This is going to be up to you, Gemini. I think you're going to have to sit in a space of contemplation. Again, the Hangman, maybe slowly roll before you rush in. They're going to rush in. This Knight of Swords rushes in. I don't see an Eight of Wands yet. I see the Seven of Wands, which is a little guarded, willing to fight for it. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, dropping the old person. So I think that you're going to hear about it didn't work. Shocker. There you go, Wheel of Fortune. So yes, they want to jump on this Wheel of Fortune, and you're going through an abundant period. You may not feel it. Gemini, you may not feel it. You may have just moved. I feel like maybe a job change, maybe a relationship change, but you're having abundance come in. Whatever this was, whatever you invested, you are experiencing some upgrades. That is part of the Wheel of Fortune. The spiritual upgrades, you know, like you might, your intuition might be popping. You might, especially with that Two of Wands, and you have to make a life-changing decision. Clarity, I think, is going to be there. And I am a big proponent of praying to your ancestors, your guides, your Sherpa tribe, whomever your deity is that you say thank you for your coffee for in the morning. That's my feeling, is that you're going to have to really sit in this space of contemplation to discern if this person or if it was just you that did the work. You love this person, Gemini. You do. You have feelings for them. I just get the sense with that Magician and the Justice, if it's a past person, which I do believe it's becoming, if you say no, you're telling the universe, I don't see the change I need, and you'll have another opportunity with a different emperor. You're just telling the universe, no, thank you. That's at Two of Wands. I choose not to choose the emperor, but I'm ready for a commitment, just not with this person. And there might be just too much water under the bridge. Too much damage. All right. I have the Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. This person is in for the long haul with the Hermit. They may have sat in the Hermit stage, ironically. You've done the work. Clearly, you've done the work. This person may have sat in the Hermit stage, coming forward with the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is having an honest conversation about what they've done to change. Page of Pentacles is a conversation about commitment long-term. To the 10 of Pentacles, Page of the 10, they're going to talk to you about, this is my forever. The 10 of Pentacles is the dog, the house, the kids, the white picket fence, the 401, the grandkids, the trips, the everything, the long-term investment. This isn't something that's going to be overnight. Eight of Swords is I'm willing to fight for this. The Ace of Swords is being genuine and transparent with you. And the Hermit is everything they've learned in this walk from carrying somebody who, in my opinion, this person they got played. I don't know another word. They feel used. They feel like it was like a bad investment. Best way to put it. A bad investment of time, energy. There's no love there. I think there was some attraction there, and it turned out to be toxic, super toxic. The Five of Pentacles. That's the energy supporting the Knight of Swords rushing in, is the Five of Pentacles is I'm going to miss out. I'm going to miss out. And this person has an extreme fear and loss fear of loss, but fear of losing out, that you're gonna meet another emperor. They know your worth and value, and they do not, they took a bit, like, it's almost like I didn't see it the first round, but they didn't elevate. They didn't have the skills, tools. They didn't know what they didn't know. Now they know. And they're going to come back and have a conversation about making this a long-term commitment. And it's about boundaries. This is really about boundaries. And I'm picking up like quite a bit of like variations, Moon and the Page of Cups. So let me tell you what I'm picking up. And it kind of goes with the Page of Cups here and the Moon, is several of you were in a situationship where it wasn't really a defined relationship, even though you were energetically matched. Several of you were in a committed relationship and this person just wasn't happy with you. You weren't happy with them. Maybe there was a third party, or this person found a third party immediately, or a new boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend, immediately after leaving this situation. So it's almost like it doesn't matter, don't get lost in the granular details. The energy is really where I focus, and the energy is saying to me, I had the best of the best. I didn't show up for us. I tried to give everything I could to this next partner, this other person, and I didn't get anything, zero in return. It didn't match your energy. It's almost like this person that you were with tried to replace you with this other person, and they were nothing like you. They didn't match your energy. They didn't show up for the commitment or the relationship. So your ex-person was adding and giving and giving and giving, only to have this other person just consistently need more. And it was like tables were turned. That's justice. The tables were turned, and all the energy that you had given to this relationship and you felt it was unrequited, that you were the overgiver, has now flipped on its head. And they recognize, ooh, this is how, this sucks. It really doesn't feel good. And that's the Page of Cup with the Moon is, and it's not, Moon isn't secretive, but Moon is an enlightenment. I didn't know what I didn't know. I now know the secrets are revealed, but it's also, the Page of Cups is telling you, I haven't let you go. I energetically thought about you every single day. It's a loving conversation about how they've missed your smell. Like I'm hearing how you folded clothes. I know that sounds very stupid, but for me, I'm hearing like this, it's the details, it's the details of the things you did and how you did them. You might have written a note in their lunch. I get like people writing a sticky note. I see you, it's even the basic things was enjoyable. Washing your car, if you went through and vacuumed out a car, I don't know. There was laughter. There was, you made their day. How about that? You just made their day. And your energy wasn't matched by them. It was a poor replacement, and they tried. They really did. They put everything they could. They actually elevated to an emperor due to that relationship. They might have been fearful of a commitment before, but how they showed up to this last person was they were all in trying to make it work. And it didn't. Look at that. There's the 10 of Cups. I cannot make this up. Oh my gosh, Gemini, this is such a good reading. So this person's going to have a conversation about all the things I just said. I just said all the things. You complete me. The Jerry Maguire, you complete me. And it's more every single thing you did, everything you did. You have no complaints, none. And it's now the appreciation. You're finally, I think, going to get some recognition and some flowers over the from the months, years possibly, that you never got the validation and the recognition. That's pretty heavy. It makes me humbled. I'm super, like, this feeling is humility. This is the feeling of humility is coming forward and saying, I completely screwed this thing up, and I completely own the mistake. I jacked this up. I recognize this. Now, for the handful of you that are like, Maria, I don't want this person back. forget about it. That's fair. You just need to tell the universe that. I just work here and read cards, but I feel like universe will honor that and guide you and protect you. And even if this person got married, it was like ran from you to something else. It was a get back moment because they're hurt, and like, it's almost like that's the karma. No offense. It's not your lesson. It's theirs. So they needed to learn it. So I kind of get the sense that you were in this long-standing relationship. You gave and gave and gave and gave, and they wouldn't show up for you. And then all of a sudden they show up like a tsunami for the next person, only to carry the load. The mule. They were the mule in the relationship. Two of Pentacles. That is the beginning, the conversation with the Page and the 10 and the 10 of Cups with the Two of Pentacles is you're going to have this conversation about what that looks like. Are you going to move in my house? Am I going to, like, that's the vibe, the Two of Pentacles. With the Four of Cups. Yes. And it's like something that they missed before. They don't want to miss it. It goes with the Five of Cups kind of, and the Nine of Swords. The Four of Wands, building on something. I feel like, Gemini, you're going to have a lovely conversation with this person, regardless if you reconcile or not. For the majority of you, you're going to have an opportunity to really get to the nitty gritty and see if you're on the same page. And it's super important you hear me when I say, if you're manifesting this, they need to be cooked. The cooked chicken comment comes back is, for a handful of you, this is justice. This conversation is justice. It doesn't mean you have to reconcile, but the conversation for you to get your flowers and get your recognition and your accolades of all the thank yous you never got while in the relationship, this is the universe blessing you and saying, be patient then. If you don't want this person back, you can at least close the door on this and you have some closure and you got what you needed from this past thing to go on to the next chapter completely whole and healed. And you're going to help heal them as well, because I think their amends to you, which is what this looks like a lot, their amends to you is what they need so they can move forward too. If this is, regardless if you connect with this person going forward. So Gemini, this is your read. Very impressive, very exciting. I don't know how else to read it. There's a lot of energy here as guarded though. So a lot of you are very, very guarded with this. The genuineness of this, you're going to have to use your intuition and really, really concerned conversation with your higher power, with maybe even a closed mouth friend to get some ideas and some insight as to what your next steps are. So until next time, I guess, love and light. I do want to do a shout out real quick. Having the July free reading giveaway. If you like this channel, subscribe to this as well as Instagram, please. You will be entered into the free read giveaway. I'm giving away 10 15-minute readings just to help a lot of folks that I had thousands and thousands of people say I want a free read, and I thought, well, I gotta give away more. If you are interested in actually scheduling reading, the details are in the description box below. Just click the link and it'll take you to the calendar. All right, love and light. Until next time, take care.